Sorry, I was not paying attention to the time, so I just barely got cut off there to finish. So we were down here saying we were substituting the AOC for 90 degrees for AOC because if they equal each other here, then we can put in the 90 degrees for AOC. So now we know that the measure of AOB plus the measure of BOC equals 90 degrees because of substitution property. And because of that, we know that angle AOB and angle BOC are complementary angles. And why do we know that? Well, we know that because of definition of complementary angles. Remember, it's any two angles that add up to 90 degrees. We just proved they add up to 90 degrees. Their sum, a pair of angles whose sum is 90. Therefore, that pair of angles must be complementary to each other. They must be complementary angles because of the definition. Now go ahead and take a minute to write the converse if you didn't already do that on your own. So write the converse of theorem 2.6. So remember that just means we're going to reverse the hypothesis and the conclusion. So it should be something like, or it should be exactly, if the angles are complementary, so you could say if two angles are complementary, if two angles are complementary, oops, then the exterior sides of the angles are perpendicular. So if two angles are complementary, do they have to be adjacent? No. Do they have to be acute? Yes. Do they have to have exterior sides that form 90 degrees? No, because remember your counterexample, if it was false, is just to show that if angles are complementary, they don't have to be touching at all. If I said this is 45 degrees and this is 45 degrees, these are complementary, but their exterior angles are not perpendicular. So it's not pi conditional because you can't do the converse of that. So you would do the converse, switch the conclusion with the hypothesis. Sorry, this is really messy down here. Try it on your own. If two angles are complementary, then the exterior sides of them are perpendicular. So the exterior sides of two adjacent acute angles, well, they don't have to be adjacent necessarily, and therefore their exterior sides are not necessarily a right angle. Sorry, if you're confused about that, let me know. Otherwise, now you can get a book and start working on the book work. What I do also want you to do is to read through 2.6, the final section. There are two more theorems in there relative to complementary and supplementary angles, and so you might want to just familiarize yourself with those. We'll talk about them in class, and then we'll just start reviewing for the test on Thursday during Friday's class, and then your test is next Tuesday. Okay. Have a good weekend. Oh no, I'll see you Friday. Sorry. Don't have a good weekend yet. Bye.